What's up, Scorpios? I was yelling at you. I was yelling at you in another video that got interrupted, and so here we are starting over. I'm extremely tired. My scalp is itchy. You need to know all of this. I'm just kidding. This is completely irrelevant. Okay, so here we are. It's October 5th. It's October 5th, 2020. This is the cosmic weather report for Scorpio. And that means that your sun, moon, or rising was in the sign of Scorpio at the time of your birth. And you can check out my website. The way that this information comes through for me is through pen and paper at first when I'm channeling the information, and then I type it up and put it into a blog post, and it's on my website, lightgoddessalchemy.com. On the website, you'll find a page called From My Muse to You, and that is where the blog posts are, okay? You can check out the beginning of the blog post. Excuse me, I'm having some allergic response here. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm itchy, puffy, and might sneeze, so be aware of that. Yeah, check out the collective update where I talk about how you really aren't Scorpio. You are you are a soul, a being having an experience here on this planet, and some of the human characteristics that you are processing and bringing here to our experience come through the archetypes of Scorpio, but that isn't your actual soul. So I'm trying to move away from language that labels you as a Scorpio. I've noticed with myself in my life that I'm doing this to people, and it is really annoying me about myself. So wish me luck with that. But when I first tuned into your energy, it felt really overwhelming, emotional. I wanted to cry. I kind of want to cry right now, just sort of remembering it. But here's what I documented for you, and we'll see what else maybe wants to come through. So allow yourself to feel supported in taking this break. And I think you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't already taken the break, I know that you want to take one, and you've been thinking about it and see if there's a way that you can make it happen. Allow yourself to feel the severity, how bad it really has been feeling to be you. Allow yourself to feel the truth that you were or are not okay to carry on as normal. It's okay to be honest about that you're having a really hard time right now and that you need something. And it might need to be drastic in order to restore balance for yourself. Please excuse the sounds that you might hear stomping or dragging coming from us upstairs, and I can't stop it. Your traditional ruler, Mars, and your modern ruler, Pluto, are squaring off. Pluto is doing important and extremely uncomfortable transformative work. This shit is exhausting. And this is taking place in Capricorn. Capricorn, where we have been conditioned and we have been oppressed. We have learned to live within these systems. And Pluto, your ruler, is there in Capricorn creating change and transforming what we once knew. It's really disorienting, okay? It doesn't feel good. And it might feel really tiring because it's a lot of work, and Capricorn is heavy. You know, this is not lightweight shit. This is why we need Pluto to do this work, because no one else could. Mars couldn't even do it. We had to discover Pluto so it could do this kind of work, okay? So, it's extremely intense to be you right now. Excuse me. Oh, and then this storyline came through. A dynamic around a mother or woman or group of women, some kind of nurturing authority figures. Authority, maybe not. Maybe like you just had a lot of respect for this person or these people. And the message that's coming through for this is moms make mistakes too. So don't let that epiphany crush your worldview. Frankly, it was absurd for you to believe otherwise. So in the other video after I read this, I went off on a crazy tangent, and I'm going to go off on it right now as well. So here's the thing about Scorpio, and I have told more than one of you this, that if you would accept your own perfection, then things would be so much simpler for you. There's this idea that you have, there's a narrative that's being told by many of the folks that I know who hold a lot of Scorpio energy, that they make mistakes in ways that other people do not, and that somehow they are more imperfect than other people. More imperfect, say for instance, than me. And I always find this so maddening because it's just so untrue. Scorpio is as close to perfection as anyone else, if not closer, okay? But the thing is, if you believe that you're the only one that makes mistakes like this, mistakes period, and you're viewing others as not making mistakes, then you're going to think when they do make mistakes that they're fucking up to hurt you. And most often that is not true. Fuck that. That does not help. Do away with this whole thing. It's so unhealthy. And forgive yourself for being imperfect. I forgive you. This I did document and wrote down. You can read it on the blog. You will be leaps and bounds significantly ahead and at an advantage if you do this action item of forgiving yourself. Get that done and just watch the world bloom in a way that you did not anticipate. Forgive yourself. I don't know what you did. I don't care. If you want to tell me, you can tell me. You can tell me what you did. I don't really care. Forgive yourself for it. Forgive yourself for what you did. It doesn't help anyone for you to be holding this against yourself secretly, no less, except for the occasional time you may allude to how terrible you are, but you're not even telling us why. It's not that interesting. It may be an interesting story, but this is a narrative that doesn't serve you or anyone. Please let it go. Okay. I documented, maybe you were the mom that made a mistake. Maybe you did something that led to your own mother making a choice that others now view as a mistake, and you're just really giving yourself a hard time for it. Or you're giving the mistake maker mother a hard time for what she did and assuming that there's something that she should have done to be able to prevent it, especially given the circumstances of what's going on right now. Now, that same narrative you're using to suggest that she shouldn't have made a mistake right now, I'm using it in the opposite way. Things are so intense across the board and everyone is making mistakes. That is why we're going to cut some slack to you first, okay? And then to this other person. It will come so much easier and you will be able to come to some sort of resolution that will feel so much better, I promise. There does seem to be a little boy that's involved. I don't know if he's an actual little boy, like little. He feels youthful to me. And there is a sense that he's innocent in all of this, and that he was some sort of innocent bystander or something. Somehow it affected him in this certain way. This video is too long. Only a couple of you are going to know what that's about anyway. There's a small masculine identifying child involved. I don't think that you could have prevented what happened. Take that for what it means. Maybe nothing. And let's see. You deserve a break. Virgo can help. Aries maybe too. Pisces and other Scorpios feel like supportive characters, but of course Scorpio, make sure that you're surrounded by people who you trust. Your feelings are your compass. If some of the folks you've been spending time with leave you feeling like shit, guess what? Don't hang out with those people. Surround yourself with someone else. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I don't know what's going on. It seems like it's probably really hard, so I just want to give you big hugs, okay? Bye-bye.